Michael Mission Smith is first a father, um, a director, photographer, manager, and soon to be husband. Uh, but Michael Mission Smith, first of all, is a father.
Tell the audience, when did you realize what you wanted to do with your life?
Um, I was about 9 years old, and I picked up my first camera. It was a disposable camera, but I was a person who had an eye for photography at 9 years old. My family would see my pictures and say, "You got an eye." So I knew I was going to be artsy, creative from the get-go.
Have you ever really failed anything you aspired to be?
Failure is a part of success, so yes. Rather it be trying to do something in school, rather it be trying to start a company and having to restart. I've had a lot of businesses over the years. So failure is a part of success. But even with being a father, failure happens there too, because you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be what you aspire to be as a father. But you just keep your faith strong, and God will keep you in the right way so that you'll be successful at some point.
Who were your influences in life?
I would have to start first with my great-grandmother, Johnny Mae Smith. Married to my great-grandfather for 76 long years. She influenced me in a lot of ways. To stay in school, to keep my faith in God, and to always go for my dreams no matter how many people told me I couldn't accomplish them. So she was definitely my first influence. But over the years, it's been a lot of people. I have to mention my uncles. One in particular we've interviewed for season 1, John C. Smith Sr. My cousin in Georgia, Herman Keith Smith II. And a host of friends and people that I've come across over the years. But my biggest influence would have to be God himself, because without him, I wouldn't be anything.
What does being a father mean to you?
Being a father means to me. What does being a father mean to me? Everything. Growing up without my father, taught me a lot of valuable lessons on how to raise my children. My daughters, London and Brooklyn, are my life. Without them, none of these dreams will mean anything. I incorporate them in everything I do in my everyday life. So being a father means everything. Without that, I've got nothing.
Tell the audience the most difficult moment or moments in your life.
The most difficult moments in my life. It's quite a few. But there's two that stick in my head, that really build my character, that really tell my story. One being my mother passing when I was a teenager. Though I had another mother figure in my life and she was a big part of me always going after my dreams, you have this connection with your biological mother that no one can break. And so her passing away was the point where I decided who I was going to be. I started to write, I started to create and build my future aspirations in life. And then the second point in my life that I've shared in a film called Testimony, for those who do or don't know or haven't seen it. But I reached a very low point in my life and decided there was no reason to live. So I attempted suicide. And God said it wasn't time for me to go yet. And so those 2 points in my life changed me and made me stronger.
How have you used your experiences to stride on?
Well, I use every experience, good or bad. Becoming a father, graduating from college, starting a business, finding the love of my life, losing people in my life that were important, and gaining new friends. So all experiences I use for the better. In life, we've got to really take our decisions and the things we do seriously. So every experience I've used as motivation to create and build things.
What is your biggest fear raising children in Detroit?
My biggest fear of raising children in Detroit. Well, children are only home with you so many hours in a day, and they're influenced by the outside world. They're at school, and peers can influence their decisions and really build their character. So my biggest fear is that I don't influence them enough to make the right decisions. I'm not there enough with working a 9 to 5 and building a business to influence them to make decisions that build their dreams, make them go after things that will make them successful, and they'll have more failures than success.
Sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I say just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
You've just watched the season 1 of the docuseries I Am a Father. This docuseries was created to put some meaning on being a father. I'm the director, Michael Mission Smith, and I wanted to thank a few people that were responsible for this season. I wanted to start with the fathers that were a part of season 1. And then I wanted to thank every grip, every sound person, and our cinematographer for being a part of this season. But I also wanted to thank the people who were responsible for making this vision happen within my life. I wanted to start with some of the people I've mentioned, my great-grandmother and great-grandfather, my uncles, my mother, my daughters, the love of my life, Smiiles, and God Almighty. Without him, none of this would be possible, and we'll see you in season 2.